Tell the girls.
Tell your mom.
We're back. Today we're diving into a really important topic, I think. Female friendships and the importance of those friendships, maintaining them and like what they look like as you get older. But before we do that, how you doing? Like what you been up to?
You know, I actually had a great weekend. We started off, kicking off the weekend with doing our photo shoot for the pod.
Our branding photo shoot.
Yeah, which was really fun. We had a great time. It was just fun to mess around and get our photos done. And by the time you guys are seeing this episode, you'll see it. So yes. That's so exciting.
It is exciting. This weekend we had a milestone event at my house as well. We got some fishies.
Yes.
The kids have been waiting for this moment. It's so funny. We have 2 dogs. We've talked about them extensively because we're obsessed. But the kids have been wanting like their own pet and they have been begging forever. So we finally came up with like a little system and we're like, okay, if you can take care of the dogs, make sure you do like all of your chores, all your things for a month, no complaints, like be joyful about the chores that you have to do, then we'll talk. And they did it, which was surprising, to be honest. And then they made us a PowerPoint presentation.
They wanted these fishes so bad.
And it was so cute because it had like the tank and the fish and like fish facts. And I feel like the apple really did not fall far from the tree. I remember when you made me a PowerPoint presentation for getting sister tattoos, which we didn't do, by the way.
I'm actually okay with that at this point. Younger me was like, this is the only tattoo I probably will get, which to be fair, I've not gotten any tattoos. So I feel like that stands true. Like I'm not one of those people who would just like get a tattoo for fun. It would have to have like some meaning or something behind it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I failed. My PowerPoint was not convincing.
I was very proud of you, but I was like, the answer is still no.
Yeah.
My kids got a different response though, because a fish is way easier to say yes to than permanent ink on your body. So now we have 2 glowfish.
Cute. They're cute.
They're very cute. And it was the highlight of the weekend. They were very happy and proud. So that's what we had going on at our house.
Yeah. We were hosting some people. We had, my friend's birthday was this weekend. So we were hosting all of her friends, which kind of feels great given the topic of today.
Yes, you got lots of girl time.
Yeah, we had lots of girl time and it was just so refreshing. And even though we only have like one mutual friend between us that was there, but it was so nice just to like bond with her friends, really get to know them even better. And yeah, it was a great weekend. Like they're fantastic. Just had a lot of fun. Like, I mean, we played Topgolf. We messed around. Fun. Oh yeah. I actually did way better than I was thinking I did. Yeah. My 2 lessons with Dad really paid off.
Yeah. The last time I played Topgolf, it was not good. Like I whiffed the ball and was like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh no, there was definitely whiffed balls to be had. We were whatever, but I'm like, now I understand why the men spend their time outside playing golf on the weekend.
Well, it was a beautiful weekend for it too.
Beautiful. There were drinks to be had. It was chill. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's like a perfect weekend. So yeah, now I understand why the men are out there shirking their responsibilities.
You're going to be picking up golf now?
Oh, I actually have been wanting to. So I think now is my time to shine.
Well, let me know. You know, I got clubs.
I know. I probably will be borrowing them.
Collecting dust.
No, I find it fun. I just like being active, and golfing is nice because you're outside. Yeah. It's kind of like the perfect combination of both. And it is okay. You're being athletic, whatever. But if you think about that in comparison to like tennis, for instance, where you're running up and down the court, it's a less labor intensive, but you get to be outside. You get to get walk in, get that hot girl walk while you play.
Cute outfits.
Honestly,
can't say no to that.
Sign me up. I get to go driving Tokyo Drift the car around.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have. That's a horror story.
I'll just say that there was a golf cart incident and I got thrown off a golf cart that we own. and we won't say more than that because it was traumatic, but yeah, no drifting in the cart.
No,
you will fly off.
Yeah, to be fair, I say that I'm not risky enough to do that. The last couple of times after this incident, I've driven it. I'm literally like white knuckle gripping the wheel, going so slow. Anytime I speed up a little too much, I'm like laying on the brake. So yeah,
safety first.
Safety first, guys. Do not get hurt on golf carts. But don't let this deter you from driving one.
Yeah.
It's been okay since. We're just way more careful.
Yeah, and I'm just like the worst. I'm like, slow down. Slow down.
The PTSD is
really. Yeah, it is. It's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's just like 180 this topic.
Back to friendships.
Back to a safer space. Female friendships.
Our comfort zone, actually.
Yes. What would you say is the most important thing about having female friendships?
I think the main thing comes down to support. I mean, if we didn't have friends in this world, it would be so lonely, first of all. You'd have no connection, which is big. But secondly, we all go through good times and bad times. And it's really, really nice to have someone in your corner supporting you for both. Like, you need someone who can be your cheerleader, but also your biggest advocate. And also, like, yeah, hold your hand, be there, chicken soup when you're sick, or giving you a call when you're just really sad. Like, we've all been there.
Yeah. Yeah, you want someone who like lifts you up and also like walks through the hard stuff with you. For me, it's definitely like the emotional support I think that we get from fellow females that we don't always get from men, not to be stereotypical, but even with my husband, he is like my best friend and I can turn to him, good or bad, but it's not always, he doesn't always give me the kind of support that I need emotionally.
Yeah.
Because he's just not quite as emotionally available or doesn't feel things the same way I do. And so it's nice to be able to turn to a female who gets it a little bit more, especially when it comes to things that specifically like females deal with, like pregnancy and pregnancy loss, or even just like hormones, all those kind of things.
Yeah, and I also think it's like, depending on who you are, like I know some people will be like, well, I'm really girly or I'm really not. You still deal with exactly what you're saying, some of the same issues, no matter what you look like, who you are. And men don't understand that. Like even like body dysmorphia or like not feeling comfortable in your skin, like a girlfriend is like really gonna understand that way more than a guy will. It's just like they might not understand what like being in a female body feels like all the time, which is fine, but you need that.
Yeah, you need someone who actually feels the same things you feel.
Yeah.
And also just like having community.
Yeah, it's very important. Like I think it's really, again, you get back to feeling lonely and I mean, we're humans, we need community, we depend on others, like we're very social creatures.
Yes.
And honestly, it's funny because I lean both ways where I can get really drained by being around people for a long time, but also if you haven't been around your friends in a minute, it feels so good when you see them again. Like I always leave feeling rejuvenated. Like, wow, this was the like fresh breath of air that I needed. Yeah, and that's when that's why you need friends.
Yeah, they're literally life-giving when you have good friends.
Yeah, that's so important.
And actually, I did a little research because we like some fun facts around here. And a research study from UCLA suggests that women who have support from female friends during stressful times may live longer than those who don't. And there was another study done with women who were diagnosed with breast cancer, and it found that participants with 10 or more friends had a higher survival rate than those without close friendships. So female friendships can literally save your life.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me. I mean, you think about it, it's like people that feel more support, they're going to be more willing to obviously like fight, stick around, whatever. But also you're going to be maybe willing to like try new things, do more things, especially with other people. Like as we get older, we tend to kind of become more secluded, and the more
set in our ways.
You tend to just like, maybe you don't really want to try new things or consistently like reach out, but people with friends, they're more likely to do activities, keep your brain and your body moving. And those are all important for lifelong, health. So
absolutely. Now, what's your thoughts on like the mean girl narrative when it comes to female friendships? Do you think that everyone who has female friends suffers from dealing with mean girls?
No, I think it's really sad when I hear of this, because
Agreed.
I don't think all girls are mean. I think a lot of times people bring up like this like sorority stereotypical mindset of like, oh, a group of girls all together, it's just gonna be very catty.
It's gonna be dramatic.
And I hate that.
Yeah,
like,
I hate it.
Any friendship is going to have conflict in it. And if you think otherwise, well, you're wrong. It's just like, it's like a regular relationship. You're going to have fights, but that's also going to breed a lot of like healthy communication if you go about it the right way.
You can get closer. Like when you disagree about things, you can learn things about the other person and grow together.
Yeah. It's called healthy boundaries. It's
Yes.
okay to disagree on things. You're going to learn way more about maybe buttons you don't want to touch, or maybe just like, again, ways of communication styles. Like, and that's really good because each of your friendships is different. And as you get to know each person individually, then that's friendship will just get stronger.
Yes. Okay. Let's talk about being a girl's girl and what that means to us.
I mean, I think it's just like constant support, I guess. Like, and I don't want to say, I guess, constant. And the reason I say that is because, like, let's be honest, you might say something or do something your friends don't agree with, but I guess it's like unwavering, like love.
Unconditional.
Yeah. Unconditional love for other women, and also giving them the benefit of the doubt, I would say, like that sort of thing. Because again, you might not always agree with everyone. I like to personally look at everyone in a positive way, like give them the benefit of the doubt. And I think doing that for other women, that is like truly what is like support and empowerment means.
Yeah, being a champion for other women. Okay, so along with being a girl's girl, what are like the girl code rules? I mean, I think the obvious one is like, don't date your best friend's ex, but like what other are good rules for being a girl's girl, or like the girl code rules?
I think my favorite is if you see me looking weird in any situation, a hair's out of place, there's lipstick or something in my teeth, my zip or on my jeans is like down, you let me know.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like it can be tough because some people might find that embarrassing, but like, no, please tell me. I would rather know now.
It's more embarrassing to like keep walking around and everyone see it.
No, I genuinely will be like, oh, my friends hate me because they don't care what I look like in public. Like, please let me know. I don't want to be walking around looking like a lunatic, which actually, this is hilarious. This brings me back to this weekend. I unzipped my boot at one point because my boots, like, they were killing me, and I had it unzipped. And this isn't to any of these friends, but I walked around with my boot unzipped.
For how long?
Probably like 15 minutes. Like we left one location. No one noticed. To be fair, it's like dark. We're in the Uber, like whatever.
Yeah.
We go to the next location. I realized, like, in the mirror, I'm like, my boot's been unzipped. And everyone's like, what? Yeah, my boot was unzipped. I'm walking around. I saw people staring at me. And at the time I was like, oh, maybe I just like look good. Like I genuinely was like hyping myself up.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
And it's hilarious because I've been trying to be like more confident. Like I've been trying to build that up. So I was like, people are looking, and to be fair, I thought my outfit was really cute. So I'm like, people like my outfit. Like I look
These
cute.
boots are so cute.
These are so cute. And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, that's why people are staring at me, you freaking crazy lady. My boot is half unzipped. Like I look insane. So I obviously zipped it up. No embarrassment for me. The night went on, I was happy. But yeah, that was just like a fun little moment. And again, they weren't even paying attention. It was like lower body, like whatever, and it was one boot. But yeah, if you see your friend looking like,
or a stranger, like I am not above tucking a tag in for a stranger at a store. Like I will do it and just like give them a little backpack. You're like, your tag was out, walk away, you know, like that kind of stuff. It makes a difference.
Yeah, no, I've definitely stopped some people before and been like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't mean to embarrass you, but X, Y, and Z is happening. Like look, if you really like other women and you're like, or you don't even just think about yourself, you're like, I don't want to be seen walking around like that. Tell someone. No one wants to be that person, because trust me, if I could have saved myself this weekend and not had my boots sticking out, I would have preferred that. I mean, again, no one said anything to me, but that's just definitely a funny moment. So
yeah. Kind of along those lines too, I feel like if you ever see a woman who looks just like super uncomfortable,
yes,
like out at a bar or at a restaurant, and they just seem like something is not right, like just going up and being like, hey girl, and pretending like they're your friend, or just kind of like finding a subtle way to check on them, always a good idea.
No, I've definitely seen guys yelling at girls before, and I've stepped in. I'm not saying to do that, because use your discretion wisely. If it looks like it's an unsafe situation, maybe get help, call someone. But I definitely have stepped in a couple times being like, I don't like the way he's talking to her, so I'm just going to quickly check in, because you just don't know. Be kind, be vigilant, keep your eyes out. And don't let men be scary and mean to other girls. So
don't let your girls walk home alone.
Yeah. Never let them, if you leave a bar, if you leave your friends alone, I'm sorry, I got a bone to pick with you. If you have to drag them by their pinky toe out of that place, drag them out. I don't care. Don't leave them by themselves.
By themselves. Yeah. Especially if there's alcohol involved. Like
recipe for disaster.
100%.
Yeah. No, it's just like, those are things. Always look out for each other. Be kind. Whatever.
Yeah. What do you think about defending friends when they're in the wrong?
This one's tough.
Yeah, this is a toughie.
Especially me, because I'm just like brutally honest. So I have to go about this maybe a little different way. I think it's one of those things you don't have to disagree with them out right in that second.
Yeah.
It's okay to let them say what they want to say, whatever their beliefs are. And also there's sometimes just to not, just don't say anything, depending on what it is. Like, obviously, again, this is where you use your discretion wisely, but I think it's okay to just disagree and not comment.
Yes, 100%. Like, you don't have to share your opinions on everything. It's okay. You don't have to agree on everything.
Yeah, that's just friendship. Like, imagine if you agreed on every single thing with your best friend. I'm sorry, that sounds really boring to me. I don't want a yes man. Like, and honestly, again, this comes back to strengthening your relationship too. If it's something that like you generally are like, this isn't right, like we probably should have a conversation about this later, then do that when you're both maybe like calmed, relaxed, whatever. Have that conversation. It's a learning moment, and that will be great.
Yeah. So do you believe in more like tough love, you think, when it comes to friendships?
I think
or somewhere in between?
I think it
full
depends.
Support, tough love, or somewhere in between?
I think it depends on the friend, because some friends only listen to tough love, or only receive things well as tough love, I guess I should say. And some friends, like, that'll make your friend cry.
Yeah, 100%. You have to know how your friends receive information and be able to communicate it in a way that they can receive it positively without it like ruining your friendship.
Obviously, communicating with friends can be really tough, but another thing that also can be tough is making friends as you get older.
100%.
Like when you're in school, I mean, it's forced proximity. You literally are shoved in a room and said, go. Yeah. Socialize.
But you also have like being at the same school, like you obviously chose that school for a reason. Like there are some commonalities why you're there. So you're the same age, you're in the same place, maybe some similar interests. So it kind of helps those friendship bonds form a little bit easier. And then when you're not in college anymore, it's a little tougher.
Yeah. And part of it too is like you're talking about similarities. Like you're in college, or in high school, you're probably doing activities of some sort, theater, or a sport or a club or a voluntary, like you're volunteering in some capacity. So within that, you're going to meet people who are doing some of those other activities. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, as you said, you're going to the same place. So it's like, wow, we're friends now. It's so much easier.
And I feel like people are a little bit more accepting too in college of just like, we're in the same place. Like you have more acquaintances, like more like casual friendships. You're like, yeah, you're my friend. We hang out once a week or whatever, like friendships are a little bit different. You still might have like those deep friendships, but you have just like more casual friendships.
Yeah, 100%. You have people that like, okay, yeah, maybe I don't hang out with every day with, but like if we're in a group setting,
yeah,
we're totally hanging out together. Or I like this person, like I would see them again, like sort of things like that. Or yeah, maybe we're not super close, but yeah, we can totally go to the bar together or whatever. So.
Yeah. But then when you're not in college, what do?
Well, I'm going through this currently because that's kind of in the stage of life that I am at. We moved here. And yeah, it's tough. It's not like you're not doing the same things that you're doing in college. You have to make an active effort to meet people. It's the same thing as dating.
Yeah.
You have to literally court people.
Yeah. And it can be awkward making new friends because it's like, are you going to like me too? Are you going to text me back? Are we going to get along?
It's worse than dating, in my opinion.
Yeah, it might be. It feels very vulnerable.
Yeah. It's way more like, can I sit at your table? And like, it's so awkward. And it's just hard, especially when people have other friends. Not to say that like people aren't willing to make new friends, but if they have friends currently, those are the people they want to go to. And it's also why college is easier because everyone's looking for friends at the same time. Doesn't mean you're going to be friends the whole 4 years of college, but when you enter in freshman year, people are like, I need friends. Like I need to survive essentially.
Yeah.
So they're looking for people versus again, you get out, people are like, well, I have these colleagues and I already have these friends from maybe growing up or I have friends from doing X, Y, and Z. So they're not as like desperate, I guess.
They're not maybe receptive or they're not like, they're not actively seeking friendship, which yeah,
that's the better way to say it.
Yeah.
Being like, I'm desperate.
Call me.
We could get coffee together if you like. I don't know. But no, that is how it is.
Yeah.
It's basically like, and again, it's not that people don't want more friends. It's just like as you get older,
you're comfortable.
Also, like once you find your really good friends, you kind of just hold on to those people. You're like, these people I trust and I love and they love me. I feel like as you get older, you don't want as many surface level friends.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, your like acquaintance circle kind of gets smaller and you hold on to those deeper friendships. After college, I was like the most involved person, which tracks for me because I'm very much that person. I like left that, like being so busy with school and I'm like, okay, I need things. I need activities. So we did like junior league. My friend and my friend that I went to college with, we were like roommates and we moved in together. So we were doing junior league together. We volunteered with a dog rescue. I was doing all this stuff because I was like, I need to like expand circles. And that was helpful. I don't think I made any like super deep friends through those. But it was a really great way to meet people. And again, you had like those commonalities.
And some of it too is just like pure socialization.
Yes.
Like it's okay to have some friends, again, that you're maybe not going to do every single thing with, but they're good for certain things. Like
for like grabbing lunch or like go, because we would do that. We would like do the dog thing. And then after we like all met up with the dogs that we were doing, we would maybe like go to the park or go get a coffee or, like light social interaction.
And that's fine. Like you need some of that. Like it doesn't have to be like, I must find my friend that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. Like we love that.
Yeah.
That's like perfect storm of circumstances, right? But like you can't expect every single friend that you meet is going to be like a for lifer. Okay. Like,
Yeah, those are rare.
Those are rare. We love those people. But again, like, it's okay to just like grab coffee with this person or go shopping with this person, or like maybe this person just comes in for like a short season of your life, but like, and then leaves. That's okay. We need those friendships too. They keep us going. They keep things fun and lighthearted. So
one of my favorite ways to make friends, though, really is through my children. And I'm not recommending that everyone pop out some kids so they can make friends, but I will say it has been really fun making friends through my kids, and then like doing activities together. Like the things that we do now as friends are very different from the things I did with friends when I was in my 20s. Like, we're not going to dinner at 8 p.m. and then going out and getting drinks and going dancing and stuff like that. We're like going to the park, and we're going, like, recently I went to the reptile museum with my girlfriend, and we had our kids with us. So things are a little bit different now, but so much fun.
All age appropriate stuff, though. Like,
I wouldn't want to be going clubbing at my age now. So this is good.
It's like,
we evolve.
But here's the thing too. Even at my age, I'm like, wholesome activities. Yeah. Me and my friend, we got a membership to the zoo, and you know what? We expect to use that membership. Okay. Like, honestly, bring back like fun, wholesome activities like that. Yes. Bowling.
Oh yeah, I went bowling the other weekend. So much fun. Like, I'm awful, but
who cares
fun.
Though?
It's and the kids love it.
It's why I like Topgolf though. Like, we're not like pros. Okay. We're not going on the tour anytime soon, but it's fun. Like, you just whack a ball. Like, how hard, I mean, yeah, obviously some people are better than others, but like, you get better though too. As we were going on, everyone was improving. I don't know. Any of that sort of stuff is fun. And yeah, you don't need like 5,000 friends to do those things. It could be you and one other person, and it's fun. It's good.
But what about when like friendships turn sour? What would you say is like the point where you know that it's time to walk away? Because I think naturally friendships, before we get there, ebb and flow. And some people come in and out of your life, like you were saying, like for a season, and it doesn't have to necessarily be dramatic. Like sometimes you just kind of like grow apart. Maybe you move a little further away, and so it's not as convenient to get together anymore. But sometimes there are friendships that kind of like hit a point and you're like, this isn't good anymore.
I think you can tell based on the friend too, because for instance, I have my long distance friends and we don't connect like every week, but we do send each other random texts. Like, the effort is still there. And I think that's the key, is like, where's the effort? Because, you know, two people make a friendship. It's not just a one-sided friendship.
Yeah, it can't just be one way.
Yeah, I've kind of just found when things naturally get to a point where if I'm doing all the reaching out, that's something that I need to drop. Like, not because I don't think they're a good person or I don't have love for them anymore, but I can't be the one who's solely invested in this friendship. And I think people that do really like love and care about you, maybe they go through a busy season, they're not getting back to you, but they eventually will. Like, it's all about the effort.
Yeah. And you can tell like when people are just going through a busy season. Yeah. There's like a difference.
Yeah. No, they'll be like, I'm so sorry, I've been swamped. You can tell they're anxious. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Like, this is just, I'm not trying to, like, they'll be very apologetic about it. And typically, again, it's like a short-lived span, or a span for like,
it's not all the time.
No, it's not all the time, but you have to understand, like, one of my friends, she's busy planning a wedding right now. We've been talking and whatever, but I get it. She's extra busy right now. Doesn't mean she doesn't care about me, but she's, you know, has a big life event that she has to put her energy into on top of work, on top of her own, you know, relationship, and doing all the other things. So I get it. Like, and it's the same thing with other friends. Like, they're maybe moving currently or doing something else. Like, okay, I get it. That's your time to be busy and do whatever. But then again, we always find our way back to each other. I have one friend, we probably call every like 6 months, maybe a year. I don't hear from her forever. Then one of us reaches out to the other saying we miss each other. We have a call, but it feels like we've never left off.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a very comfortable friendship where we're not putting pressure or anything. We're just like, we love each other. We're just both different places in the world, literally. And we're busy. So
Yeah, for sure. What about like unhealthy friendships though?
I think it just goes back to the same thing, right? Like you're giving a lot of effort and you're not receiving a lot in return.
Yeah.
Relationships aren't always 50-50, as like we were
Yeah.
talking about.
It ebbs and flows.
But you, again, know when someone's pulling their weight more.
And I also always like to say, like, there's life-giving friendships and life-sucking friendships. And when you are consistently spending time with someone and you leave and you just feel like emotionally drained, it's not typically a healthy friendship. Like, you want to leave those interactions like feeling good, feeling uplifted, feeling supported, and not like they sucked you dry.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing as to like, are you feeling supported in that relationship in any capacity? Are they there for both your highs and your lows? Especially when you're not doing well, like where are they?
Yeah.
It's really easy when everything's going great for you to be a great friend.
Yes.
What about when things are going really badly? Are you still a great friend?
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely been some instances where I have gone through like some really tough things. And I will tell you, I know the people who showed up and I took note of people who were completely silent.
Yeah.
It speaks volumes.
Oh, 100%. Like those people, you need friends, again, that are there for both.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
So we're going to do something a little fun now.
Oh, yeah.
I figured we could get into maybe like some friendship drama and give our hot takes. I pulled some Reddit stories together. And
I'm both excited and scared.
Are you ready?
As ready as I've ever will be, I guess.
Okay.
I'll pretend this is actually me. This is happening to me.
Okay. This is from Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
Am I the asshole for ending a friendship over a baby shower I didn't want? Sorry, it's long. I'm about 6.5 months pregnant with my first baby. After finding out it's a boy, we set to work on decorating the nursery, buying the furniture, toys we needed. It's now finished and all the baby needs is clothes. We're waiting until closer to the due date to do that. This week, my 3 friends and I met up after about 3 months apart. My best friend Gabby started talking about my baby shower, which she said she'd been planning for weeks. This was a surprise. She never mentioned this, and I never brought it up purely because I don't want one. We already bought everything that we need. I'm worried people, as nice as it is, will buy us things we don't want and need. I'm also a very shy person, uncomfortable in social events, and doesn't want like attention on herself. So her friends were upset that she didn't want this baby shower, but her friend said it wasn't her choice because baby showers are meant to be thrown for, not by me. And even if I didn't want one, I couldn't stop her. She would just make it a surprise so I couldn't bail. It gets worse. So this woman has had no contact with her mother for a while and didn't even know that she was pregnant. And this friend, Gabby, invited her mother to this baby shower. The mother did not know that she was expecting, and her mom was like furious.
Why? That's like my first thought is just why.
So yeah. So she's wanting to know, like, is she the jerk for ending this friendship? She blocked this friend.
Oh, all right. I don't love that either. Well, here's the thing. So at first I was like, whatever, like let them just do the baby shower. Like if someone's being nice for you and it's not exactly 100% the way you want it, it's okay. Like sometimes just like receive it. Like it's them trying to show you love. Like if someone bakes you a birthday cake, but the birthday cake flavor isn't like your favorite, are you really going to be like, no, turn it down? But then she changed my mind about halfway through this.
Yeah, things took a turn.
Things took a turn. The aggressive, like, I'm going to throw it for you no matter what and surprise you. That's wild. Like, that's not a good response either. Like, it's okay. Listen to your friend and what they're trying to say. And then adding the mom into it, knowing she's no contact with her mom. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Why would you do that? Like, that's not your place.
No, absolutely not. My thing is, if they wanted to throw you a shower and you said like, no, you're not comfortable, and they came back and said, okay, what if we did it like more low key? What if we just went out to lunch or something? Like maybe find a compromise. Like they really want to do something for you. Okay, like how can we make you comfortable? Maybe it's no gifts. Like can we just do something small to celebrate you? Because maybe they really wanted to celebrate her. That's fine. Like you can work it out. But like going behind your back and talking to your mom and like outing her pregnancy, oh.
That's so messed up because now you just made her life even worse because now the mom's contacting her, being pissed, and now it's just like, and she's pregnant, and this is like the last thing she needs right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's inevitable the mom's going to find out, but like, you couldn't have waited until after the baby was born.
And it could have been on her terms. Like, this is not on her terms.
No. The only thing I would say is, well, I don't know what led to the block. Maybe they did have a conversation and then she blocked her, or did she just outright block her? I don't know. Did they say?
I don't know. I kind of skimmed because it was getting a little lengthy there.
Okay, well, depending on that, I think it's okay to just say, like, this was not okay. And I'm upset now. Now my mom's just explain exactly what now you're going through, the consequences of this person's actions. Mm-hmm. And then just be done.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like this full like block and whatever. I'm sorry. I'm going to be one of those people. I do not like when people just like block people. I'm one of those. I think unless your safety is in jeopardy or they're just like a really bad person.
You're getting maybe like verbally attacked. Like if they're sending you malicious, nasty messages, block that person.
But on a regular basis, I just wouldn't be like just blocking people to be petty. I don't like that. But I do think that this friend was someone to definitely snip out of your life because they clearly don't care about you. They care about themselves.
Yeah, it was obviously all about Gabby. Gabby, I'm sorry.
Do better.
You're the a-hole in this situation.
Yeah, 100%.
Not the poor pregnant lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel so bad for her, actually. Hopefully the rest of her pregnancy goes well.
I hope so. Okay. Oh, boy. This is a long one, too. I'm going to try and, like, summarize, but it's also from Am I the Asshole? Okay. Am I the asshole for ending a 20-year friendship over a vacation gone wrong? So for context, this friend is 27 female and myself, 26 female, have known each other since 3rd grade. She mentioned the idea of going on a vacation together since I'm moving. I let her know I'd be down, but I couldn't spend too much because I had a lot of moving expenses. She agreed we could do a cheap trip and so mentioned going to DC or Charlotte since we had friends we could stay there. We wouldn't have to stay at a hotel. She said she'd prefer to go to Boston, but she was willing to pay for the hotel and for the flight. So she went ahead and booked the flights. She sent her friend the breakdown of the cost, and the friend said, we'll figure everything out at the airport. The next morning, I pick her up for the airport. We park, get on the plane, and literally as soon as we land, I get a text from my mom that I had some kind of parking ticket mailed to her house. So now she owes like $375 that she was not expecting to spend. So now she's like even more stressed.
Okay.
So she got stressed about that. Her friend said, like, what's wrong? I tell her, and she said, don't worry, I'm paying for the hotel. I'll cover it. Okay, still hasn't mentioned anything about sending the money for the flight. So I guess the friend like had prepaid for the flights and the parking. Also like to mention this friend of mine is a director at a hospital and makes very good money, and she talks about it all the time. So they're walking around. She's trying to get herself together when her friend suggests they do this $45 tour on top of everything. She insists they go. So they go up to pay. The friend says they're going to pay separate, which the initial friend, I guess, feels like a little bit awkward for. The trip ends up kind of not going very well, obviously, because the original woman is just like stressed and the other one like didn't really care. So they get back. The girl never pays her back for her flight. At the end of the trip, I explicitly asked for her to pay for her half of the flights, and she told me no because she had a terrible time due to my lack of enthusiasm. And so she wasn't justified for paying her back for the flights.
That's wild. I just don't even know why this trip even happened. Am I like crazy for saying that? I don't know. I think like your friend forces you to go to a place that you didn't even want to go to.
Yeah.
Red flag number 1.
Yeah. I'm going to just throw it out there that you were a little bit of a pushover. Like, I don't think you're the asshole, but no. I think you did not stand up for yourself. And this is partly a problem of your own making.
Yes. No, I think she set herself up for failure. Not to say like this friend wasn't doing everything wrong, because
Yeah.
she was,
Yeah.
obviously, like that's so clear. But it's okay to say no. Like it's okay to be like, you know, love you, but like if we want to do this at another time later, when I'm not moving, when I've saved some money, that's okay. Like we could make this an opportunity to see each other again, like after I've moved. That's okay. Like that would be another great way to frame it.
Mm-hmm.
And if she's like, no, we have to go now,
Like, why?
then yeah, it's kind of weird. But then say like, okay, well, it has to be from one of these two places. Like, I don't know. I just think this whole situation's odd, but to end the relationship, if she cannot, I get like, but, and also going on vacation with your friends is like tricky.
It is really telling. Like, you can really find out how well you jive with your friends when you travel with them, because there's like unknown stress, you're spending extra money, things go wrong sometimes, so you have to like, how are they going to adapt in a stressful situation? Are they going to handle it well?
And some people are just like super go with the flow vacationers, and some are like, I have to have like a schedule or an itinerary. I'm definitely more the second person. I like to kind of know what the day is going to hold. And sometimes that just doesn't work well together. Like if someone's really like, oh, we'll just wake up when we want to wake up, or maybe some people want to see X and some people don't want to see it. Like, you know, that's like a make or break. If you don't want to know whether you're good friends or not, don't go on vacation together. Basically I'm not saying don't, but like maybe don't go.
Yeah, that friendship's a goner, I think. And it seems like since you're moving apart, you know, maybe that's...
No, I think it's a good time.
It's a good friendship ender. You don't have to see them anymore.
Sucks that, you know, you guys were friends since like third grade, but like maybe that's also a great thing to evaluate. Like, was that friend always pushing you to do things you didn't want to do, and it's just that this was the straw that broke the camel's back? I would be inclined to say probably. Like,
Yeah.
this is not...
And are you just friends because you've known each other since third grade, or do you actually like this person?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's so true.
I have a feeling you don't like this person.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they like you either.
I have a feeling this person isn't great anyways, so like who cares? I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. I don't think she's a nice person, so it's okay. We can leave that one.
You'll move and you'll make a new circle. It'll be great.
And be free.
Yes. Okay. Next one, also from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for not going on vacation with my friend and her kids? So 2 friends, both 30-year-old females. One of them is a single mom with 2 kids. She's been going through a rough time separating from her husband. And so these other 2 friends have been like really there for her, stepping in, helping their friend with the kids out. The 2 friends who are kid-free decided to go like on a little vacation together. And the one with the kids found out and was really upset. She wants to go with them, but bring the kids. And they're like, like we were really hoping for a different kind of vacation. Like we wanted a chill vacation, not a kid vacation. And so the mom is now saying that she doesn't know if their friendship's going to survive this. And she's guilt tripping them to change their plans. So they're asking, like, am I the asshole for not wanting to change our plans?
No. She's imposing herself on the vacation, first of all.
Yeah.
How are you inviting yourself on vacation? This is one of those things, too, that goes back to, do friends have, like, a set of 3? Mm-hmm. Specifically.
3's hard.
3's hard. And I have a set of 3 friends, 2 childhood friends, me. Is it okay to do things in pairs of 2 without the other person? That gets really tricky.
It can get tricky, yeah.
Because you feel left out sometimes. I will say, though, it's okay. Like, it's okay. I actually think it would be better for your friendship in some ways, unless there's always one person that's constantly being left out.
100%. Yeah.
In which case, you need to reevaluate, like, why are you friends with this person if you're always leaving that person out, or vice versa, why are you always being left out? Leave that friendship. Like, they don't care about you. But it's okay for vacations or things to be planned and you're not invited. Like, it happens. Yeah, child-free vacation is importante. Yeah. I think sometimes, like, even parents have child-free vacations. It's not the same, like, to have kids there. You're now going to be constantly watching kids, making sure they're not getting into anything, doing anything wrong. You're going to be doing child activities. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be probably drinking if you wanted to drink because you're irresponsible for children.
Yeah, you're not going to be lounging and reading a book by the pool anymore. Like,
No.
it's going to be a different vibe.
You're going to be playing with them, you know, making sure that they're doing right. Like, that's just the vibe.
Yeah.
And, like, I guess it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, can she not get a sitter? Can she not get anyone, her parents, anyone to watch? I mean, it sounds like they've been the ones watching
Yes.
the kids. But I feel like for that case alone, wouldn't she understand? They've been watching your kids. They've been helping her out. So I don't think it's like they're purposely excluding you or wanting to make you feel bad in any way. It's just like they don't have children. They're not in the same position as you.
Yeah.
They want to do something for themselves. They would invite you, but they probably didn't want to make you feel bad for leaving your kids at home. And so now this situation arises.
Yeah. I can understand feeling left out and being like, I wish I could go on that vacation too. But if that's not in the cards, I think you have to let this go and then perhaps come up with another thing that maybe you guys could do together later. Be like, okay, this is your time. I would really like to go on vacation. Is there something kid friendly that we could do like in a month or two?
No, and I understand as well, like her maybe feeling like, okay, they're leaving me behind, whatever. But all this kind of goes back to your friendships will go through different seasons of life. Like when you get married, you're probably gonna be hanging out more with married friends than your single friends.
Yeah.
Or even friends with like who are couples. You're just gonna feel more comfortable with that. Doesn't mean you're single, you don't like your single friends anymore. When you have kids, you're gonna start hanging out with more people that have kids than your friends that don't have kids. And in this case, it sounds like your friends are really sticking by your side, especially during this tough time.
Yeah.
And so don't let this one little incident ruin your friendship. I mean, they sound like they're there for you.
Yeah, they sound like they're great friends. There is a little update that I'll give you. Okay. So the mom friend called and left a 12-minute voice note ending our 10-year friendship because she thinks we should have celebrated New Year's Eve at her home with her kids and that we shouldn't take this trip without her, that they should have included her to cheer her up and that the friendship wasn't on equal terms. So
that's disappointing.
It is disappointing, and it seems like she's just has unrealistic expectations because if they have been there for her, then, you know.
Yeah, I think it's difficult. Like, but I would like to say, like, if you can, don't let, like, unless this one fight's really bad, but, like, don't let one disagreement just, like, end your friendship. Like, if there's something to salvage, like, or there's a way to communicate, like, a friendship is like a garden. This is going to sound really cheesy.
Okay, we're going woo-woo.
We're going woo-woo. But, like, you always have to tend to it.
Mm-hmm. You got to pull the weeds.
You got to pull the weeds. You got to water the plants. Like, I'm just saying, like,
fertilize it.
If one plant dies, you're going to let the whole garden die? Like, that's just so stupid. Like, you got to figure it out. I mean, that sounds like literally so crazy, but it's true. Like, why are we going to let one thing, like, kill everything just because?
Yeah, it sounds like she's just, like, has very hurt feelings, but there might be a way to come back from this friendship. Like, there might be a way to solve it or maybe come back from the disagreement. I mean,
yeah, maybe when things like calm down and she's not as emotional. Yeah, probably a good time.
Okay. We've got a new one.
All right.
This one is from Friendship Advice. Walking on eggshells with my friend. My friend and I have been close for a while. We're planning to live together soon. She's introverted and shy, but we've always had a playful banter dynamic. Lately, it seems like she's constantly annoyed with me. She told me she felt uncomfortable when I bantered with her around her family, even though they were fine with it because they already tease her a lot. So I've stopped doing that. But at her birthday dinner, she said I upset her. When I asked so I wouldn't do it again going forward, she couldn't remember. At Thanksgiving, I helped in the kitchen and cleaned up, and she told me I made her look bad because she wanted to sit and read. Another issue is her sister, who doesn't have many friends. She asked me to be a bridesmaid and help with the wedding planning. My friend, the maid of honor, hasn't planned anything yet, and she got upset saying it made her look bad. She also mentioned most of her friends like her sister more than her, So I feel some underlying resentment. It's starting to feel like I have to walk on eggshells around her. And she's told me I'm too much and can be overwhelming. It's draining, and I'm not sure how to navigate this.
Well, first of all, don't move in together.
Yes, don't do it, girl. The fact that you said that she's draining you is,
Is a lot.
That's a sign.
I just feel like she sounds like a negative Nancy to me, at least at the end there. Like, it's hard in this case because she won't tell you what you did wrong. And that's like basic communication. How am I supposed to be better? Like, I'm annoying you. Okay. How can I not annoy you? And then you won't tell me what I'm doing wrong? Well, sorry. I'm probably going to annoy you again.
Yeah, that's a you problem then, not a me problem.
Because I'm not, like, and it sounds like there's just some insecurity there.
Yes, I think she seems pretty deeply insecure, especially when it comes to her sister.
Yeah, I don't know how some of that stuff makes her look bad. Like, maybe because she's just more social and like she wants to, and maybe she feels like bad about her personality and how she's a little more introverted, which, like, it's okay. You don't have to, like, just because you're not maybe like the life of the party, that doesn't make you not a fun or good person to be around. Like, we all have our strengths and our weaknesses, and some people are just louder and,
More outgoing.
Yeah, more outgoing. Maybe they have more friends. But again, as we were talking about, like, just because you have a lot of friends doesn't mean, A, they're good friends or like they're the right friends for you. So it's okay to be introverted, but it just sounds like, there is like resentment or some built up something there.
Makes me think that there is some family dynamic stuff that you may not know about going on. Maybe like the sister is more outgoing or something, and the parents have praised her for it and have made this more introverted one feel like insecure. There's something there in between the sisters or the parents. Like, there's some kind of dynamic that makes her feel a little less than, and it's affecting this friendship.
Yeah, 100%. When she was saying something about the banter with the family and that just not going over well, that was odd to me. Like, maybe she's just not feeling like she can be so jovial and like funny with her family. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that's one of those things where like you have a couple conversations about it, maybe try and talk to it, because maybe it isn't you. Maybe there is like family or something else going on that's making her feel that way. But until that's resolved and things get better, I would not move in together because it's only going to get worse.
Yes. This seems like someone that you might be able to be friends with, but maybe it's just like at a little bit more of a distance. I don't think spending quite as much time together and being involved in her family life and all that is really the right move.
And maybe you just are spending too much time together. When you spend too much time with anyone,
you can get annoyed.
Yeah. It's just, you're like, oh, that one thing they do really irks me. It's like, okay, it's what happens. So yeah, maybe you need just like put a pause, come back, reset. And then if it's still causing you issues, then snip, snip.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Cut the ties.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a long one. So again, I'm going to try and summarize, but this is from Friendship Advice.
Okay.
So my dad died 4 weeks ago quite suddenly. Someone I considered to be my best and closest friend has not checked in on me once. When I first told her, she said all the things, how sorry she was, but then she heard nothing. They don't live close, so she hadn't really been expecting like visits or stuff like that. But after days, she was surprised she hadn't heard from this friend. I do understand it's hard for some people who don't know what to say. They might think you want to be left alone. So she reached out to her friend and asked for some advice with like a funeral song. But this friend like continues to not reach out to her. It's now been 4 weeks since my dad died and she hasn't checked in at all. She responded to my messages, but she hasn't initiated contact once, hasn't asked me anything, attempted to talk to me, asked me how I was, asked how the funeral went, nothing. So she doesn't want to lose someone who she thought was a good friend, but I just don't think I can see her the same way again. What should she do? How do I let her know she's let me down, or do I just drop her?
Yeah, that's disappointing.
That's
so thoroughly disappointing. Because especially when it's someone so close to you, like literally in your family, your father dies. In 4 weeks is wild.
Yes.
Like, that's plenty of time. Sorry, that's just like so much time.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, like, that's so sad because yeah, you want someone to be there and support you. And I don't know. I don't really know if there's much else to say. Like,
Yeah, I think you expressed yourself, but I think that is a friendship ender. At least it would be for me. Like, this person, even if they're uncomfortable, like, you can work through being a little uncomfortable just to be like, I hope you're okay. Like, that doesn't feel awkward to just say, I hope you're okay.
well, even give them a call. Like, I don't think it's one of those things where you have to be checking up on them every week. Like, that's not what it is. Okay, you text them you're sorry or whatever. You give them space because I imagine there's a lot of flooding of messages. But like, call when they have time. Be like, hey, when you have a second, would you like to like talk on the phone? Like, whatever. Give them that opportunity at least to talk about it. But yeah, I think I don't really know if there's a way to come back from that.
No,
I mean,
I don't think so. I think you found out who this friend is, unfortunately, in like a really hard way.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Very tough time when you need support the most. And I think that goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like, you need friends that are there when you're at your lows. Like, it's, again, so easy to be a friend when things are easy, like going well, things are easy. But you need a friend that's there when things are going really, really wrong. And if they can't do that for you, like, why are you going to waste your energy? I think it's one of those things, I don't even know if you need, just don't even talk to them anymore.
Yeah.
Do you need to really explain? I feel like
You
that's
probably don't, but
in this case, they're not even reaching out to you. I think this is a great slow fade away. Slow fade away. Like, genuinely, like,
they might not even notice. They might not notice for 6 months.
Exactly. If they're not even texting you or reaching out, especially during now, like, slow fade away. And if they come back to you and say something, I think that's when you can present why. But why even waste your breath, in my opinion?
Yeah, they'll probably just get defensive and then, yeah.
Yeah. I just think it's okay. Let it fade.
Yeah. All right. Last one, also from Friendship Advice. I have a friend I've known for 2 years, but she's extremely unreliable. She often shows up late, sometimes more than 3 hours. Has canceled plans last minute without asking to reschedule. Sometimes she makes plans and cancels just a couple hours, like 2 or less before, or simply doesn't respond at all. She also often leaves me in limbo without confirming if she's coming, so I'm left unsure of where things stand. I've tried to express how this behavior makes me feel and affects me in a kind way. Explaining that it's inconsiderate of my time. She acknowledged my feelings but hasn't made any effort to change. She often blames her actions on her ADHD, even though she admits to similar behavior at work, like missed meetings, forgetting to schedule things, and ignoring calls because she doesn't want to work. While I understand ADHD can be challenging, it's becoming hard to see improvement after all the conversations we've had. In addition, she can be slightly rude, making passive-aggressive comments she believes are jokes that feel hurtful to me. Okay, so I'm not going to read, but she has made some mean statements about people's appearances, ugly, like some slurs that are not very nice. I'm not even going to continue reading this because I think
why are you
we
friends
know
with
where
her?
this goes. Yeah.
No, genuinely, why are you friends with her? She sounds awful.
Yeah, this sounds like, a person that you don't need to be friends with.
Yeah, I get it. Like, again, like, we're human. Some people are chronically late.
Yes.
3 hours late, though.
No, that's
they're
yeah.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Canceling plans last minute, not rescheduling, disrespectful. And if you've taken the time, you've done everything right on your part. You try to communicate.
You've been patient.
You've more than patient.
Yeah.
I don't know what else there is to say about that. Like, you did the right things. Snip, snip, bye.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm over it for you. Like, I just heard all of that. Why? Like, people like that, friends for someone else. I don't know who, but friends for someone else.
Put up with that, but
I don't know how she hasn't gotten fired from work if she's acting that way too.
Yeah.
Sorry, like, working's not really a suggestion. like this is one of those things, you get fired and then, like, it's same thing. Like, if she's doing that at work, that behavior is not tolerated at work. Like, why are you tolerating that?
Yeah.
it's draining probably from you. It sounds really frustrating.
Yeah, I cannot. Like, the thought of waiting for someone for 3 hours, I would never. I think the longest I would wait for someone is like 30 minutes. And that's if I knew that they were still coming.
Yeah.
I mean, even a good friend, a really good friend, I would wait longer. But like, no.
No. I mean,
3
what
hours.
pros from this person? Like, what amazing
getting?
qualities from this person are you getting? Because no, I'm really trying to find it right now. I'm like, what would they be doing that you're finding so much joy? Because right now I'm hearing is that they're mean to you and other people.
Mm-hmm.
They're chronically late and disrespect your time, and they're blaming it all on their ADHD, which, not to say how long their ADHD is, but to me that sounds like a scapegoat. Like, I hate to be that way, but if they're doing that all the time with everyone, and they're clearly aware.
Yes. Yeah.
They've even said that they're doing this at work. So they're at least aware of the problem, and they're not taking any steps to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a friendship. Peace out.
We're saying bye to that one. Like, that one's okay. We're good.
Okay. Well, that's all we have for you today.
Here's to finding better friends.
I know.
That.
Kind of ending on a bummer right there.
Yeah, I think who needs friends like that? Those are straight enemies.
Yes. But we will be back next week with a new episode. And while you wait, if you're a real one, you got to rate us 5 stars, and you can follow us on social.
Yeah. You can find us at Situationship on TikTok and Instagram, or you can follow our personals. My @ is Morgan Ashley Schaffen.
And I'm at Lauren M. Dix. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.